nga jeta dinamike në Australi drejt Kosovës. Njihuni me australianin Zach Dowd, I cili la Melbourne për Prishtinën, një histori frymëzuese për guximin, ndryshimin dhe ndjekjen e një rruge krejtësisht të re. Zach Dowd, përshëndetje. Vini në studio.
Faleminderit. Good to be here.
I seen some of your spots on YouTube and on Instagram. Your accent, your Albanian accent is very strong. That's why today we got someone from Peja here to translate.
Oh, my favorite city in Kosovo.
Is it?
I miss it out in Peja. It's absolutely beautiful out there. That city made me move to Kosovo, quite honestly.
We're gonna talk about
we'll get into it.
Nea Zach, Aussie
Yes, sir.
to Kosovo. How? All started from a hiking trip. If I
Pretty much. Well, kind of before then, I was just solo backpacking around Europe, and I came across a hike around the peaks of the Balkans just online, and it seemed I had never heard of Kosovo. I'd never heard really much of Montenegro. My mates were telling me about Albania and how awesome it was out there. And I was like, okay, I got to do this hike. This sounds awesome. I've never done like proper hiking. I've just been partying and pretty much just exploring all of Western Europe, and I wanted a bit of a change. So that brought me to Albania, and those 10 days out in the mountains of around the peaks of the Balkans was like the best 10-day experience I've ever had in my life. And from there, I was like, I don't want to leave.
what clicked?
Well, it was just
To Peja now.
to Paya. Well, it was before Paya. It was just like especially going into like Valbonne and all the different guest houses. Especially the one that's really stands out to me that I remember is like out in Dobodol, like out in like this beautiful valley.
It's Tabardor, I think in Turkey.
It's like on the border. It's like near the three borders.
Yeah.
And out there is just like complete peace. And it was just like a feeling I hadn't had like all throughout my travels. And it was just at that moment or like throughout that time, it was just fully disconnected from the rest of the world, no noise, and especially the culture, the people, and how the hospitality at all those guest houses, like true Albanian hospitality up in the north. And I just wanted to just continue that. And it's like a kind of being around that environment. I'd never really kind of seen like that raw, authentic hospitality. It kind of was completely new to me. And it was kind of like out of the mountains, they're living back in the past. They haven't got smartphones, no internet. And it's just kind of like
Just connection to
yeah, the natural environment and the people, and people were just like,
Talking about people, Zach, the Aussies here in Australia, like you guys, they're calling us wogs. And we proud, we're not offended. How do the Albanians treat you or call you in Albanian Kosovo?
oh, like
Wogs?
as me, they're just like, they think I'm crazy. They think Australia is like one of the most dangerous places in the world. They keep asking. Whenever I was talking to people, they're like, "Oh, you're from Australia? Like spiders, snakes?" They really get so scared. They're like, "I couldn't go there." Yeah, like, how do you live there? They think we're so tough, but then yeah, and then we're just like living in the city, and then we got nothing to worry about here.
But how long did you explore around Albania and Kosovo before deciding to move there?
Well, I'd been exploring Albania for probably almost 2 months, and it was after the hike I went to Paya, and I stayed there for a few days. And I originally it was just like the scenery there, just kind of in that small little city with the canyon overlooking at the fresh mountain air. I wanted to live in Paya, and my hiking guide Donna was like, "Oh, you don't want to live in Paya. You won't. No one speaks English. You won't be able to understand anyone living out in Paya." And so he brought me out to his sister's engagement party like a couple days later, and that was in the city. It was just full of young, vibrant energy. And it was that night I told him, like, I just want to move here. Like, this place is awesome. Like, I was not expecting, like, Pristina to be so well developed of a city, and buzzing nightlife and just that youthful energy. It was kind of like, and it was just like true, and everyone was so welcoming and they was so happy to, like, for me to be there, which was like kind of, I hadn't felt that anywhere else in all of Europe. So I was like, yeah, I want to learn more about this place.
I'm curious to know how was the reaction of your family and friends when you told them that you're gonna stay in Kosovo? And have they have they come to visit you yet?
So my family's first reaction, like my parents were like, Zach, what are you doing? Is it safe? Like, yeah, Albanians, like, you gotta be careful. Like, don't get into any crime, or you're not smuggling drugs out there. They were like worried at first. You gotta be careful. Yeah, you,
You should have told them that you're doing that part 2 taken.
yeah, like I'm becoming an international drug smuggler. Well, but no, like, it was honestly the safest place in Europe. And like, after I started posting a fair bit, kind of sharing more about my experiences, I was speaking to them quite often. They grew quite curious of the region. I brought back a few books and my mum's been reading them. And even whilst I was there, my sister came out to visit for a week in Pristina, and we traveled a bit around Kosovo. She absolutely loved it. She was loving the burek. That was like her favorite burek out there.
To the burek. Don't like.
So I was curious to know, was just the payer that made you move to Kosovo, or was another specific reason that you want to share with people?
Don't tell me Jakova.
Oh, well, it was as well as like although it was like beautiful like scenery, it was cheap, and then there was just beautiful girls everywhere.
Yeah. The question for us.
Albino. And I was like, oh, maybe if I move here, I might be able to find myself a girlfriend. Just see what happens.
Are you gonna remember? If you find a girlfriend, you need to do not just a wedding, engagement party, which is bigger than the wedding.
Yeah.
To invite us all,
A week.
Oh yes.
and then
Absolutely. I went to one wedding and that was just surreal. That was like the first proper wedding I've been to, and it was 300 people. They were shooting guns inside the wedding venue. And I was like, this is how a wedding's supposed to be. This is awesome.
that's normal.
Yeah. Like, it was bloody unreal.
That's good. So, apart from what you've seen in Peja, what else did attract you? Like a tradition, culture?
Well, it was very fascinating, just Kosovo's story and the history behind the country, because it's so many people kind of misunderstand it, or it's very misunderstood, like worldwide. And it's such a powerful story, especially because it's so recent. All the struggle and hardship people face, and being able to speak to people that experienced um, the war, and like really feel like what they actually lived through during that time. And for me, growing up in Australia, it's like I never really kind of thought about that, or really understood like w- what truly kind of happens in other parts of the world when conflict does happen, and how like innocent lives and civilians, and how deeply it affects people. But it was quite inspirational seeing how Kosovo has really just completely bounced back from that, like, and continues to grow. And its youthful spirit is just like, it's like an energy that I hadn't seen or felt anywhere else. And it's continuing to grow and thrive, and there's so much talent and people with powerful stories that I think so many people can draw like inspiration from, because people have gone on and done incredible things from that region, and it's like I can kind of understand why, because it's like they've gone through hell and back, and they're some of the hardest working people I know, and most driven, most loyal, and yeah, it was just beautiful, kind of just seeing all that and hearing those stories just made me just kind of fall more in love with the country, because I knew literally nothing about the war in the 90s before, or like the Yugoslav wars before coming to the Balkans. And yeah, it just every day I just was speaking to people, learning more about it, and everyone was so open to sharing their stories with me.
It's very fresh, the
Mm,
situation there. It's so
exactly.
good for you that you were open as well to listen to their stories and to see the truth. Yeah, because many of other people they visit, but they just see like mountains, like wherever, but they don't really focus on people much. So yeah, it was good that you.
Same like me, I've been so many times there, but I never had a chance to meet the president or the prime minister.
I don't even know how that happened. It was well, when I first got there, I was telling Donat, my hiking guide, like whilst I'm here.
Hang on,
Oh,
who's Donna?
Donat Hotti is he's from Paya, so he's an absolute legend.
Hi to Donna.
G'day, Donat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Donat. But yeah, he truly showed me like Albanian hospitality. He was like the first real Albanian friend I made, and yeah, he was the one that helped me find my uh, first apartment there. He first shared his story, his family story through the war, and taught me so much about the country. And yeah, he was the guy that ultimately kind of made me move or decide, yeah, this is a good idea to move.
Did you have any challenge living in Kosovo first? I'm pretty sure it wasn't very easy for you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like
It's something.
at first, I mean, I was like, I moved to Pristina and I didn't know anyone. I was kind of like, oh, why did I do this again? And then just started going to the gym, meeting people there, met some incredible people at the gym, started making more friends, and decided like to make content and just use content to like start meeting more people and kind of expand my network out there, hear more stories, share more stories, and it was kind of like
How did this idea came to create content for Kosovo, and what's your message that you want to share to the international followers?
Well, for me, it was like there's so much like misinformation about Kosovo, and it's so misunderstood, and people still are like uncertain of going there. Like, oh, it's unsafe, or it's war torn, or they just kind of like assume it's um incredibly corrupt and the people are dangerous, but it's the complete opposite of that. Because for me and everyone I spoke to, it's like the safest place, especially in the cities or anywhere in general. It's one of the safest places to walk around at night, and the people are the friendliest, most welcoming, down to earth, like genuine people. And they're so happy to have foreigners, tourists come there, and they go above and beyond to ensure you're having the best time of your life whilst you're there. And it's truly special because you don't really get that in many parts of the world.
They invite you to
Yeah,
their houses.
yeah, exactly. Come over, have some food, and they just give barracks, beer, some raki.
They also do the same thing here.
Yeah.
Listen, this is the first part. The second part is in all in Albanian. We have a music. When we come back, full on Albanian. Okay.
Full on Albanian. Shumbak ship, shumbak.